Today was a little rough, but we made it through. And today is officially 8 days that I've had her. So it's been over a week because I got her last Tuesday and now it's Wednesday. So I've been really, really busy. One thing I can say is I'm very, very tired all the time. I'm very frustrated all the time. But we're making it through, and I'm finding things that work with her, and I'm finding things for me to calm down, and I'm finding support for myself to have. So that's all been super helpful. I just wanted to tell you guys about some of the behaviors that have been going on. I'm not sure if this is typical of foster children, but since I'm planning on a vlog, I figure I'll kind of do this for every foster child that I get if there ends up being more than one. So I actually took someone's advice and started documenting the behaviors, especially if they're problematic, and then also my responses, especially if it actually helped. So I started recording these on Sunday because she woke up before me again. Saturday she just woke up before me and I just had to get up and whatever. Sunday I tried to sleep in a little bit. So she kept knocking on my door. I kept saying I was trying to go to sleep. She said she needed me. I came out. There was nothing, whatever. So I told her I was going to go back to sleep and asked her if she'd be okay. She said yes, whatever. So eventually not really eventually, it wasn't that long. She was knocking on my door. I was ignoring her. She started banging on it harder and harder. And then around an hour and a half after the first incident of waking me up the first time, it's been an hour and a half now, and she's been knocking on my door and sliding candy under my door and making noise like every couple minutes to every few moments, really. But I actually managed to fall asleep at some point, so that was cool. But she said that she was going to kill herself, and I was like, okay, well, I'll be right out then, because obviously, if you kind of have to take this seriously. So I figured, okay, well, I know she just wants attention, but on the off chance, I'll give it a few minutes and I'll come out. I'm like, okay, I'll be out in a few minutes. And then she's like, Mommy, I'm bleeding. Call Mommy, I'm bleeding. And this is after she said, oh, she was playing in a room, oh, I am gonna get a knife and I'm gonna kill myself, doing a little sing song. And I'm just like, okay, well, she's obviously still alive, so whatever. So then I go out. I'm like, okay, whatever. She might be bleeding, whatever. She's kind of been like banging her. She's like very athletic and clumsy. Not really clumsy, just athletic and adventurous. So she gets hurt a lot, but she kind of does it on purpose so that I'll pay attention to her. So I go out and she's got red all over the top of her mouth, a little bit on the bottom, and then some red dripping down. And I'm like, oh, I can't really tell if that's blood or not. And I'm like, so, she's like, oh yeah, I'm bleeding, you see? I'm like, yeah, I do see. So, how'd that happen? She holds up a red lollipop. And she goes, well, I was eating this lollipop, and then it cut my tongue, and then my tongue started bleeding. You want to see? And there's no cut on her tongue. Her inside of her mouth was not bleeding. So I kind of like licked my mouth and tasted some of what was on her mouth before I would realize, like, I probably shouldn't be doing this in case it actually is blood. You never really know. I couldn't really tell whether it was or not. I couldn't really taste it one way or the other. My sense of taste isn't too great. But anyway, I talked to her about lying and telling the truth, and that's been a common strand. I think it was yesterday, the day before, that she was banging on my door so loud that I was afraid that it was gonna like damage the door, but it didn't. So that was cool. Dollar Tree was really, really hard. I told her that she could get 3 things, and she picked out 5, and that wasn't okay for her. I figured she'd want more than 1 or 2, so I gave her 3 options. Plus, she didn't really have a lot of toys over here, so I figured she could pick out 3 things. But I guess that wasn't enough, and she threw a huge fit in Dollar Tree. Not like she's not very like explosive, but she's very like implosive. So she'll cross her arms and pout and not move, and she'll kind of whine and cry, and she might hit herself or bang her head or whatever. She didn't do that kind of stuff in Dollar Tree. She just did she refusing to move and whining and crying. So it was difficult, but we made it through again. And I need to figure out how to go to Walmart because I would like some groceries. I went to Publix the other day and got some fresh fruit, so we might just have to rough it between me going to Publix on my lunch break, and then maybe me going to Dollar Tree or something, but I can't take her to the store for a while. I think I'm gonna have to get a babysitter or something, or just like go on my lunch break or something, or when she's away at something else. But basically, and then today I recorded a 10-minute tantrum out of a 15-minute tantrum because she had drawn all over herself, and instead of taking a shower, she pretended to take a shower. The soap was still dry, and she dried herself, or no, that was, well, yeah, that happened too. But she washed her hands and she dried it on my hand towel, and I told her that she got marker on her hand towel, not even like a mean way or anything, just like, hey, by the way, you got marker on here, so, just be careful. And she threw a huge fit saying that no she didn't, and she was crying and screaming, and at this point I was telling her to take a shower, so now she's like in the bathroom crying and screaming, and I'm trying to like hold the door shut because the shower's already going, and she was like about to go in the shower when I was just like, oh, by the way, you got this marker on the hand towel, not thinking anything of it. But yeah, so today was rough, but we made it through, and every day is getting a little bit easier, even though each day is still very difficult. But tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's Halloween, so I got my spooky decorations going on, and well, I guess we'll be going trick-or-treating tomorrow if everything goes well. I mean, we're gonna go trick-or-treating either way, but we'll have a lot of time if everything goes well. We need to start doing homework and whatnot because she's also lying about saying that she doesn't have homework, and she does, and then I don't have the willpower to like make her do it because it's just like we're getting home so late and she doesn't do it at daycare. But yeah,